Hey! Are you fucking crazy? You just hit a police cruiser.
Lo siento, no fue mi intención.
Please, my
se movía por
I don't
sí
give a
mismo.
fuck.
My brother
Show me
doesn't
your
speak
ID.
English. Please.
Right now!
Please, my brother
Sí,
doesn't
Keep
speak.
your hands in the
Aquí lo
air.
tengo.
Don't move.
My brother doesn't
Don't
speak
move.
English.
Put the phone down.
You shoot him. Pablo, you shoot him. You shoot him.
I'm very sorry for your loss. What I just saw was a tragedy.
Dice que siente mucho lo que le pasó a Pablo, que lo que vio fue una tragedia.
Sí. It was worse than a tragedy. It was an injustice. I'm glad Marina reached out to me. I'm one of the best reporters in this city, and I want to tell your son's story.
Dice que lo que vio fue peor que una tragedia, que fue una injusticia, y que él es uno de los mejores reporteros. Quiere contar la historia de lo que le pasó a Pablo.
Quiero que todos sepan lo que le pasó a Pablo, pero me preocupa que ICE y la policía nos acosen.
She said that she wants everyone to know about Pablo, but she's worried about ICE and the police if we talk.
I understand your fear, and I'd be afraid too if I was in your situation. But the best way to protect yourself and get justice for Pablo is through publicity. They can't go after you under a spotlight. The media attention will shield you from any retaliation.
Dice que hacer esto público nos protegerá. La policía no vendrá atrás de nosotros por miedo de los medios.
Here's what I'd like to do. An in-depth multimedia feature article. We'll release the footage and the story at the same time. This will probably get national attention. It could trigger marches, an investigation into Pablo's death. That'll open the door for monetary damages.
Quiere usar el teléfono de Pablo y hacer una gran historia. Llamará la atención nacional. La gente hará marchas y se investigará su muerte. Nos ayudará a denunciar por daños y perjuicios.
Sí, por Pablito.
Great. I mean, good. This is going to get justice for Pablo. Marina, did you make any copies of this?
No.
Okay. I'm going to protect this. I'll hold on to it. I'm going to reach out to y'all next week.
Dios te bendiga.
Right.
Hey, Charlie.
What you got, Jake?
This is hot. I got footage of DPD shooting a dreamer.
When did this happen and why hasn't anybody heard of it?
Because I got the exclusive. You know how I roll.
Oh, really? You still have sources that trust you? I just got off the phone with Councilman Bolden. Why is it that everyone that you interview says that I should fire you?
Because I'm a hard-hitting reporter. I'm not out here to make friends. Besides, I didn't know you could fire freelancers.
Did you really tell the mayor that Bolden gave you the TIF numbers?
That's yesterday's news. I got a bigger story here. This could go national.
Maybe.
Maybe? Are you high? Police shootings are hot.
I'm sure the victims think so. No. I think this can be something major.
For another round of heated debate by council members on whether or not to accept the smart city proposal by Silicon Valley data giant Perspectus.
This is moving way too fast for me. And if I had to give you an answer now, it'd be no.
Well, I would respectfully ask Mr. Bolden what his problems with paid-for infrastructure upgrades are.
The problem, Councilwoman Karen...
It's Carmen.
The problem is signing a 50-year contract with one company to manage municipal resources along with, and I quote, such other functions and duties as assigned by their management team. Their team. Another problem is the surveillance this puts our constituents under. You do remember who they are, don't you, Councilwoman?
If we don't accept their proposal, they're just gonna take it to another city. They don't even want tax breaks. They just want to look at our books. They just want data.
Well, call me bashful, but I don't spread my books to just any company that saunters in promising me the world. They at least have to buy me dinner first.
A spokesman for Prospectus had this to say.
We're willing to work with the City Council to address any concerns. We chose Dallas for our Smart City pilot program based on its successful track record for public-private collaboration. See, a city is a network. All we want is to make Dallas more efficient.
Whatever that means.
A month ago, Prospectus showed up, pushing their Smart City program. At the same time, Citizens for Tomorrow arrived. And now, we're a week away from turning the city into 1984, and nobody cares.
You're right, I don't care.
Where's all this data going, Jake? What's happening to it? Who's funding it? Eddie X says this is a big deal.
Okay, Eddie X is probably Ivan at the Internet Research Agency in Russia. You shouldn't trust some hacker.
All the documents he's given us so far has been legit.
So, do you want this police shooting or not?
Yes, but I also want you to look into Prospectus.
Can I ask you something else?
Sure.
Heard there's an opening for a full-time reporter?
Just because Schutz took a buyout doesn't mean there's an opening.
I'm one of the best reporters in the city.
Feel free to give your resume to our laid-off receptionist.
Is it too much to ask? If you're going to illegally come into our country, at least take some driving classes. At least keep your head down and don't crash into police cruisers. Maybe. It's bad enough with the cartels and MS-13 crossing the border like they're in line for the latest Disneyland ride. Hey, you want to sell your kilos? You a tractor trailer full of suffocated slave labor? Well, come on through. America's open for business. Who needs secure portals? Biden doesn't care. He's snoozing. He's asleep. Wait, are we sure he's asleep? Maybe we'll shake him. He's okay? Biden's okay.
You know why I pulled you over?
I have a feeling you're gonna inform me.
You were swerving.
Swerving?
Speeding.
Speeding?
You look like someone who speeds.
What is this, some pretext bullshit?
Where's the phone?
Where's what phone?
Who's asking the questions here?
Is that rhetorical?
Get out of the fucking car.
Am I being detained?
Oh, take it easy. We're just talking for now. Over here. Hands on the hood. You got a prescription for these?
I swear to God, you cops never stop asking questions.
Jake Keller. Well, you're a reporter for the Dallas Beacon.
I guess so.
Why aren't you on Facebook, Jake?
I lost my library card.
You know who I am?
Cop who's about to get sued?
Well, good luck with that. I'm Detective Perry.
You're head of the police union.
I want you to follow me, Jake. Some things we need to discuss. I know you have footage of the Ortiz shooting.
Maybe.
Look, it's the third time an illegal has rammed a police cruiser. I'm trying to figure out if there's a pattern.
It looked like an accident.
Grow up. I'm asking you like a man to hand it over.
Made promises.
So lie. I mean, people are stupid. They usually believe what you tell them.
Right. Like how the department's lowered the homicide rate by labeling murders non-criminal deaths. I've been looking into the body gap, too.
There's no goddamn body gap, all right? Do you really want to piss off the department?
Hashtag DPD corruption. Hashtag body gap. Do you really want to piss off a reporter?
Well, that's right. You're one of the best reporters in the city. Is that why you work for a rag?
That's it. We're done.
Oh, hold on. Keep your shirt on, kid. I'll try the carrot.
This is the complete prospectus smart city proposal?
It is?
How did you get this?
Fuck yourself.
You know, it's funny. This is exactly what my editor wanted me to look into. How long you been keeping tabs on me? Does this include the security apparatus?
It does?
This proposal wouldn't be good for the union. It would privatize a lot of cop work. You want this to get leaked.
Look, I can give it to you, or I can take it to the morning news. I'll let you have it for the phone. Aren't reporters supposed to guard against the unwarranted acquisition of power? People get shot every day, but this proposal would turn the entire city on its head. This story is your brass ring. Part of being an adult is making tough choices. You don't have any copies of this, do you?
Nope.
You sure?
Yeah.
Let's keep it on the square.
Hey! 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 Hey, Philip! Hey! Hey, Philip! Hey! Double plus ungood. Sloppy. Is this Citizens for Tomorrow?
Who are you?
What's with all the pool tables?
Came with the space. How can I help you?
Yeah, I was looking to volunteer.
You can donate at our website.
Right. Well, this looks like a pretty thin operation. Don't you need some help here?
They don't need any volunteers.
Who doesn't need any volunteers?
You're really not supposed to be here.
Okay, you got me. I'm actually a reporter for the Dallas Beacon. Can I ask you a few questions?
I can't talk to you.
Why not?
I'm just an intern.
So?
So if you want to talk to somebody, you gotta talk to Mr. Wallenhunt.
Clint Wallenhunt, the oil man who runs the Citizens Council. He's bankrolling this.
I'm gonna have to ask her to leave.
Clint Wallenhunt?
What, you morons double bill me again?
No, I'm actually a reporter for the Dallas Beacon. I was hoping we could talk.
Wait, who are you?
My name's Jake Keller. I'm a reporter for the Dallas Beacon. Maybe you've heard me. I'm one of the best reporters.
Yeah, you're that fucking guy that came by the PAC office earlier.
Right.
And who do you work for?
The Dallas Beacon.
Oh, the free one with the hookers on the back?
Escorts. I've been having trouble getting any response from citizens for tomorrow.
Well, that's not my problem. You need to get out before I call security.
That's okay. My editor's downstairs. She can film your goons dragging me out. We tried to talk to Mr. Wallenhunt, but it's not a good look. Why don't you just give me 5 minutes?
Off the record?
Sure. Now, why are you supporting the proposal?
Think of a city like a network.
Talking points? I thought you were the man in charge.
Data's the new oil, kid. And we think the upgrades would be good for the city. That's why my PAC supports it.
Well, it's certainly going better than your last PAC, which supported building a toll road in the Trinity flood zone. Still can't believe the voters turned that proposal down. The unwashed masses, right?
It was actually a managed toll lane. The media didn't explain it correctly, how dynamic pricing reduces congestion. But I'm sure traffic dynamics are above your pay grade, right?
Personally, I gave up on it when the Army Corps of Engineers failed your plan.
Yeah, they failed when your socialist was president. Don't fucking vape in my office.
Let's just try and act like adults. Don't you stand to benefit financially if the city council passes the prospectus proposal?
Yeah, I'll finally be rich. Do you have any idea how much money I made last year?
I don't know. Big oil money.
Ha, there it is, you fucking millennials. Let me ask you a question. When you brought your candy ass over here today carrying your participation trophy, did you drive a car?
I didn't drive here from Highland Park, that little incorporated carve-out where you and the rest of the Citizens Council all live in mansions. You people don't even live in this city, and you think you can tell everyone how it should be run.
People like me built this city. I create jobs for this city. What do you create? Likes?
Okay, Boomer, you know, I'm not like the rest of the sheeple. I know all about electrogravitics and the torsion field and zero-point energy, all the technology you people put a lid on to keep the rest of us choking on carbon.
I was wrong. I thought you were missing your brain. You're actually crazy.
You industry sociopaths have been running the show since 1963, and this world is the best you can do. Everybody at the top gets a milkshake, and the rest of the pyramid gets bullshit trickle down. A bullshit war every 20 years. Bullshit healthcare. My generation's gonna be performing sexual favors behind the DQ to pay for our Eliquis. Also, you can keep the oil depletion allowance. But fuck them, right? Now, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. It's sad.
Fuck. If I answer the rest of your questions, will you please leave?
Sure. I heard Prospectus was looking to build a data center in South Dallas, where you own those vacant lots.
Who told you that?
A city is like a network.
How much do you know about South Dallas?
I know it's poor. I know it's not where rich white people usually build things.
I'll help you out. I actually sold my lots to Commissioner Rice, technically to his nephew. He's having them rezoned, make room for the data center. Take your little soapbox over there. Anything else?
Nope.
Ah, and good luck on your little expose. I can't wait to read all about it on MySpace.
Is that your wife in that photo?
Yeah.
She's had too much work done. She's ugly.
Get the fuck out.
I mean, she's not attractive.
How is this smart city thing any different than what the NSA already does?
Just takes it to another level. They'd be sucking up a lot more data, and since Prospectus is a private company, they're not accountable to citizens. Not that the NSA is accountable to them either.
Okay, but why should I care about all this? You want a beer, by the way?
Still in the wagon.
All right, good for you.
One reason you should care is the scoring system. They give everyone a score.
A score?
Yeah, multiple scores actually, like how likely someone is to commit a crime or get sick. Long term, they can use it to set insurance rates or deny credit. The implications are terrifying.
Jesus.
It'll be like Red China's social credit system. The Prospectus program does the same thing with PredPol.
What?
Predictive policing. They give a risk score to anyone with a criminal history. If you search the wrong keyword or watched a subversive movie, it increases your score. Any interaction with the police increases your score. People with high scores get stopped by the police, which
also increases their score.
And it just keeps cascading. If you're friends with someone with a high score, it also increases your score.
I thought our government wasn't allowed to do stuff like that. Isn't that what the FEMA court's for?
You mean FISA, and it's a kangaroo court. They prove like 99.99% of all wiretaps. FEMA builds the concentration camps.
I always forget how smart you are, Jake.
All right, so the Fourth Amendment protects from search and seizure, right? But since Prospectus is a private company, there's this loophole.
Come on, dude, you can't smoke in here.
Since when?
Since the city banned it 10 years ago.
Can I get a drink?
No, I already closed you out. Yeah, see right here. Look, you didn't even tip. Thanks.
Where'd the girl in the polka dot dress go?
There's no one else in here.
I'm pretty sure she's outside.
What hours do I work this week?
No, man, don't play me like that. You don't work here, now leave.
So it's like that, then.
Fuck. So tell me about that loophole.
It says you don't get privacy when you use third-party services.
Uh-huh.
It's like, okay, check this out. So Rando here used a credit card to pay for what he bought. That's the third party. And you don't get privacy protections when you use those services. They can do whatever they want with the info.
And like sell it to a data broker.
Exactly, or sell it to the law.
I'd like to follow this idiot around for a few more days. All right, I'll head in that direction.
It feels good, man. It feels good, right? Yo, I'm in the light at the end of the tunnel.
Do you believe in conspiracies?
You mean like man-eating aliens?
No, that's crazy. I'm just talking about the Illuminati.
Okay, so you're one of those people.
Well, the doctor said I was only a danger to myself.
That's reassuring.
Barmaid, can I get the lady a drink? I'm Jake.
Kayla.
So aliens actually don't need to eat people. They get their nutrition through the skin like a paintbrush.
Okay, I did not know that.
And they're actually all around us. You can see them if you do DMT. Eisenhower met him one time.
Wait, Eisenhower was on DMT?
No, I think they actually showed up that time.
Oh my God.
The Rothschilds made their fortune setting up a courier system and opening people's mail to get information. They own FedEx. Why don't crazy people ever get their shit together? Instead, they always go after the politicians. I mean, those are just the front men.
Are you familiar with a word called apophenia?
No, what's that?
It's like human tendency to find connection and patterns between things that relate, you know, a connection that doesn't exist.
That sounds like propaganda. I'm serious, what were they called?
I think it was the Berenstein Bears.
Right, Berenstein. I thought it was Berenstein. Everyone thinks it was Berenstein, but it was actually Berenstain.
Really? Are you sure?
Yes, I did the research. So why does everyone remember it one way when it's really the other?
Why?
It's because somewhere along the way, our Earth got shifted into a parallel universe where they're called the Berenstain Bears.
I'm gonna have to...
No, we agreed, no phones.
Give it back.
You're addicted. Capitalism, what is that? Getting price fixed by 3 giant telecoms, Pepsi or Coke? Did you know they sell hot dogs in packs of 10, but hot dog buns in packs of 8?
Oh, wait, do you have a point?
I rest my case.
Come on.
You wanna get out of here?
You are ridiculous. You're sure it's Bernstein? Because I'm pretty sure it's
Well, no, it's like Liberty Island,
God.
too.
I actually think you might be busy.
Yeah, we're live. So what do you want to know about this asshole?
Let's start with patterns of behavior.
Drink?
No.
Suit yourself. I used to get tied on pretty good back when I was with the company. But I'm sure there's stories.
Not that I'm aware of.
Jake Keller. Thinks he's some hotshot reporter. Delusions of grandeur. But Woodward and Bernstein, he ain't. He just works for an old rag. I'm surprised you don't have a file on him already. His daddy worked at Groom Lake?
We do. All I'm looking for from you is patterns as well as your perspective as a local operator.
Patterns. Erratic. Sleeps late, 10 a.m., crack of noon, and he works on whatever story he's writing. Drives around trying to interview people. Mostly just hangs around this bar. Had a spell in the funny farm a few years ago. Sometimes he goes to AA if he's not hopped up on drugs.
What kind of drugs?
What you got? Mostly pills, benzos, Adderall, you know.
That's useful.
If you want to go that direction, he's got a history of depression. I can do that stuff too.
Not at this time.
Or I can just rough up whoever he's sleeping with.
No.
Sometimes that sends a message.
Thank you. Right now we're just monitoring the situation. He's a stalking horse for any pushback against the proposal. This is the new paradigm.
Paradigm? That's the way you want to play it. They're wadding you guys up pretty tight these days.
You're here now. You got the documents on Walnut? Yeah, I'll meet you outside. Yeah, I'll meet you right now.
And reconnect Deep Ellum with downtown. A tech-stop feasibility study estimates the teardown would increase traffic times by as much as an hour during peak use. The real drama, however, saved another round.
I thought we were going to meet outside to discuss those documents with Walnut that are connecting him. Careful, he may have a gun.
You got a gun, fella?
Fuck you!
Frisk him.
You got serious?
Deathly serious. 40 cal.
What are you doing following people with the gun?
Because I get paid too. I'm a PI.
No shit, well, you're bad at your job.
This is assault.
You can't have a gun in a bar.
Did you break into my apartment?
You're in a pretty bad fix, fella.
I'm in a fix. You like to follow people for money.
Friend's bipolar.
What do you buy? What do you buy with your money? CDs? IKEA?
I always knew you were fucking crazy.
You think this is crazy? Let's go to Crazy Town. All aboard.
Jake, put the gun down, please.
I wasn't serious.
Get out of here.
Can I at least get my fucking gun back?
Why don't you just tell the police you lost it in the bar?
Fuck you.
Dude, what did you get yourself into?
No, I know what I'm doing.
So should we be scared of the future?
The future's going to happen. It's inevitable. We're all moving forward on a fourth-dimensional axis. Right? The question is, where do we want to go?
And wherever that is, you want to take us there.
I'd like to try. I think I have some good ideas.
Albert Dole's ideas seem like they are something out of Hollywood's wildest sci-fi epic. And as CEO of Prospectus, he can afford to go wherever those ideas take him. Like building man-made islands in international waters. He thinks they can function as independent quasi-nation states.
Great, so you already cured homelessness.
I don't want to get in trouble here, but I think that democracy has gone as far as it can. We need to look at a new model with the efficiency of a corporation along with libertarian freedoms.
Or how about becoming immortal? He's seed funding a cryogenics lab that is trying to transfer human consciousness to computer servers.
You come in the lab, they download your brain.
Download your brain.
They will. And then you can come back inside of whatever body you want. Genetic printing. See, we can print you a new body.
This is starting to sound like the Terminator.
It's all about meeting the AI singularity on our terms.
AI, artificial intelligence.
Call it whatever you want. Machine learning, intuitive data collation, conceptual networking.
Data is a specialty of Dole's. Prospectus feeds on data to provide analysis for private industry and government actors. Some call it surveillance, some call it Big Brother.
I call it security. I call it stopping the bad guys.
But you don't just take information from the bad guys, you take information from everybody. So where does privacy come in?
Well, people still have the right to privacy, but they don't have the right to anonymity. Look, we live in a state of data symbiosis. Right?
Motherfucker.
You go outside, you see me, right? They see you. You take data in, you exchange data. That's all Prospectus is doing.
And who owns all of this data?
It's just apathenia, huh?
Well, that's a big question for the legislators.
Walnut told me about you. Come in, young fella. Oh, shut that door for me, will you? Always have time for an interview with the Dallas Morning News. It's rare they send a reporter out my way.
I think there's some confusion. I'm not with the DMN.
Oh, I thought you were a reporter.
I am. I write for the Dallas Beacon. Now, I want to start with...
No tape recorders. You're gonna have to write down what I say if you want to talk to me.
Whatever. Now, this is about the Smart City program. I want to start with your connection to Wallen.
Let me stop you right there.
I haven't even asked a question.
I can already tell where this is going, so let's just get something out of the way first. How much reporting have you done on South Dallas?
It's not really my beat.
Okay, let me ask you another question. How much do you know about South Dallas?
What does this have to do with anything?
Well, context is very important, son. Do you have any black friends?
What?
I'll be your black friend.
What is this?
What is your zip code?
75206.
M Streets. Do you know what the life expectancy is in your zip code?
Nope.
80.8 years. Do you know what the life expectancy is in this zip code?
Why don't you just tell me?
63.6 years.
That's terrible. That's not good. You should probably do something about that.
Oh? What am I gonna do about it?
I don't know. Build some clinics.
Okay. Now that we've sorted out systemic racism, let's build us some clinics. Who's gonna build them? You know some providers who want to help people who don't have health insurance?
Don't they have Medicaid?
Those clinics don't earn enough off Medicaid to come here.
Then I guess they should work some jobs.
Jobs? What jobs? You see any running factories around here? My people are supposed to hop on a 2-hour bus ride to clean houses in Highland Park?
They wouldn't have to if you brought in some investment. Make some deals. Isn't that what a good politician does?
I should just get back to begging a white man for a handout, huh? That's what you're saying?
You're the one that killed the inland port deal.
Is that what they told you? That it's my fault that I demanded minority investment opportunities for them to build it here?
Isn't that what jobs are?
Everybody had a job during slavery, too.
I didn't come here to go in circles. I came here to ask you about the lots Wallen Hunt sold your nephew.
My nephew? I don't know anything about that. I haven't seen him in some time. I hope he's doing well. Last I heard, he was out doing some...
You're obviously involved in some kind of money laundering scheme to...
Now, slow down there, son. That's an incredible claim. How do I launder money?
I'll tell you how. I've read all about it. You've got your Kwanzaa Festival at Fair Park, your nephew handles the cash, now you're working with Walnut to build the data center.
We were being friendly here, but now you stepping over the line. I won't be slandered in my own office. Do you tell every black man you meet that he's a criminal?
So you're not getting those lots rezoned for the Prospectus data center. That's not what you're doing, for the record.
Can black people have jobs or not?
I don't care about black people.
Well, you're finally being honest. I always thought you reporters didn't care about us either. But what you need to understand is a city is like a network.
I know what you're doing.
What am I doing? What can I do to make you feel more comfortable?
Let's just get back to...
I want to tell you a story.
Sure, why not?
Have you ever heard of Patrice Lumumba? Of course you haven't. He was only Congo's first democratically elected prime minister. He lifted up his people into an independent republic after years of Belgian rape. It wasn't long after that when the CIA tried to poison him. And so he fled, chased by CIA and their hired thugs. He crossed the river first, waiting for his family to come next. That's when they caught them. So he crossed the river back to save his family and to die. And they did kill him. Well, first they beat him over and over until he was unrecognizable. Then they killed him, like they always do, and so on and so forth.
What are you talking about? We're not in Africa.
I'm talking history, young man. How they do black politicians. How they've always done us.
No, now I'm talking. Right now I'm talking. I'm talking about lots.
You don't know a damn thing, son.
You got an accommodation with the White Citizens Council. You skim off public housing. You're just like all the other bloodsuckers. Maybe worse, you prey on your own people.
Now just wait a minute.
And now you've got a sweetheart deal with Walnut to build that fucking panopticon.
I've done more for civil rights.
And I know about your nephew.
I'm done with this race.
And your safe full of fucking cash.
Get out!
You kick me out now, I'm gonna publish everything I know. Have fun with the ethics committee. I'm gonna make you famous. Yeah, that's right, kick me out. See what happens.
Well, it looks like you mean business. I think you'll find everything you need at 1412 West Ohio Street.
At
1412 West Ohio Street. The people there will give you everything you need to finish your story. Blow it wide open.
Great. I love you.
That white boy ain't right.
Fuck it.
Hey! Get the fuck in here! Get the fuck in here!
Hey.
Who's that, Q?
Ah! My friend Bitch asked you a question.
I think I got an order mixed up.
No, I know who you are.
That's him.
You guys got the wrong idea.
Oh, we do? Your name Jake? Oh, Jakey! What are you doing, man?
Never outshine the master.
Fucking what? Let's see here. Oh, Jake, you're selling wolf tickets. You see it said right there, Jake Keller. What the fuck do you know, Jake?
I don't know anything.
Are you guys gonna shoot him? Can I watch?
Shut the fuck up before I get your leash. Yeah. You've been hassling Rice. Yeah, he told us all about you, huh?
You guys got the wrong idea. I'm trying to help you. Get your side of the story.
You're trying to help us out. He's trying Were you something else, Jake? You know what that is? Go ahead and open it. Bitch, don't open that! It's fire in there! IEDs. See, we're gonna plant these all along the highway. Blow this bitch up like Baghdad.
Why?
Because that's what Rice is paying us to do. Scare everybody into letting that company in. And see, you thought we was just out here selling crack, didn't you? You little racist fuck.
Play a sucker to catch a sucker.
Why are you telling me this?
Oh, because we're gonna let you live. So you can tell your story to everybody. You're a reporter, right?
People don't really understand what's going on because you don't know who you're really working for because you're stupid fucking gangsters.
Fuck up! See, you just like to talk.
Crush your enemy. Totally.
Open your mouth, bitch. Open real wide.
I'm not a coward.
White boy a trip, ain't it?
Fucking do it, you pussy.
Oh.
Wait. Wait. Wait.
Are you a cop? Because you have to tell me.
Wait.
Is there anybody else here?
Wait.
Is there anybody else here?
I don't know.
Wipe that blood off.
Detective Perry,
Hey, don't be a moron. Wipe off the blood.
Those people are dead.
Yeah, and by the looks of it, they're this close to breaking the cancer vaccine. Wipe that blood off. Get up, we've got to go.
You fucking cowboyed this place. They're dead, Perry.
You're fucking right, they're dead. And what do you think would have happened to you if I hadn't been keeping tabs, huh? I'm starting to think you don't make the best decisions.
You're so fucking corrupt. Deal's off. I'm blasting the Ortiz shooting all over Facebook.
You kept a copy, didn't you? A big surprise. Well, son, you can leave with me now, or you can stay here and die in a crack house. Your choice.
Rice gave me that address. He sent me there to die.
Can you prove that?
He told me no tape recorders.
Well, Rice is a slick customer.
He's a fucking terrorist.
Terrorists have causes. He just likes money.
Do you know what those lunatics were planning? They had bombs.
They just want to scare everyone into wanting more security. And it's an old story. The prospectus proposal is about to go before the city council.
These fucking people. And we call ourselves the human race.
But you're the ace reporter. So go out there and Woodward and Bernstein this thing.
You mean Berenstain?
It looks like Prospectus thinks they don't have to file paperwork like other bidders.
We all make mistakes, Councilman, but I can personally assure you that I crossed all T's for the revised proposal that we're submitting today.
Since you submitted the revised draft 30 minutes before today's closed session, I haven't had time to read it. And why is this session closed anyway? That's why I'm raising a motion to delay.
Mr. Bolton, we had an agreement.
Not with me, you didn't.
Well, this is highly irregular.
Well, regardless, I think we need to tap the brakes on this thing. For 30 days, we're not crossing any Rubicons today.
You'll scare off future investors.
Motion to pass delay of consideration for Proposal 641A, titled the Prospectus Smart City Partnership, is hereby submitted to the council for a vote. We'll do this by a simple head nod.
5 votes in favor of the motion, and motion to delay is passed.
Have a nice day. Okay, people, that's enough drama for the moment. Let's take a recess. I thought I banned you from City Hall.
I know, I wanted to apologize in person.
You can't. You're banned.
Yeah, I peeled that with the city manager. Look, I didn't tell the mayor anything that was off the record.
He knew the exact TIF numbers, which I told you off the record.
Are you sure that wasn't on the record?
People warned me about you.
Look, maybe I let it slip to prove he was lying.
You're reckless, just out to stir up trouble. I got enough problems.
I know. I'm doing the prospectus story that everyone else is afraid to, and I need your help. You're the only councilman with the balls to stand up to them.
Is that Basil?
I'm still not seeing it. I mean, they build highways everywhere.
Really? You don't see highways carving up Highland Park? Here, take a look at this. These are red line districts from the 40s, where they funneled minorities to keep them out of the good neighborhoods, kept them from getting mortgages. Less property value, less representation. That made the red line districts sacrifice zones they could plow over to build their highways.
Oh wow, you're trying to tie infrastructure to civil rights.
Now, how am I supposed to take that to the barbershop without breaking out my PowerPoint?
Well, the first step's raising awareness. I could write an article after I take care of prospectus.
Who gave you this material?
I shouldn't get into that.
So you protect your sources when they're white.
Now that's how you play the race card. All right, he's a DPD detective named Perry.
George Perry, head of the police union?
Yeah?
You should steer clear of him. You know what his undercover team does? They burglarize drug dealers' homes, steal their cash, and leave behind a set of plastic silverware.
What?
It's like their calling card. They think it's funny. Remember the church shooting last year?
I mean, there's like one every other week.
Where all them black folk died?
Oh yeah, the neo-Nazi.
Well, who do you think gave him the guns? It was supposed to be a sting, but the Nazi jumped the gun, so to speak. Now, Perry got it swept under the rug, paid off all the right people from the money he steals. He's on my list, but that man's dangerous.
I know what I'm doing.
That why your nose all busted?
I fell down.
Looks like you fell on a pistol whip.
Dude.
The only reason Perry's helping you is because he doesn't want any police work privatized.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. So what happens next?
I barely got a quorum today, and I had to call in some favors to get it. And tomorrow morning, a strong majority will overturn today's motion. Prospectus bought the rest of the council.
Then why are you opposing the inevitable?
Because I ran on a platform not to sell out to special interests. I have some things I want to accomplish. I want to tear down a highway spur and reconnect the neighborhood. Get some equity in my community.
They don't make it easy, though. To change things for the better?
No, they don't. Before you even start, they sit you down, tell you about all the necessary evils and the people you can't cross. The Citizens Council hammers you. The city manager says he can make your life real easy or real hard. But the leaders I grew up believing in went all the way, even when they couldn't see the mountaintop.
Please tell me that's on the record.
Yes, I'll get to that. First, let's put together a formal list of our concerns.
How about it's a 50-year contract with a private company that wants to spy on all of us?
Okay. Surveillance. Yes, let's talk about that. What does everyone think the negative consequences are of this?
The predictive policing algorithms were designed by humans, so that means they also have human bias. It will disproportionately target the poor and minorities.
Excellent point. Anything else?
And it's sucking up data on everyone. Exabytes, terabytes, zettabytes. Who gets to know all this stuff about us? Who decides who knows? Who decides who knows?
Excellent again. Anyone else?
This is going to give the police more power to spy on us. They're already hassling us for every little thing.
Well, I don't mind the police protecting my neighborhood. Maybe if you Mexicans start running into these police cars, they wouldn't be giving you trouble.
I'm not Mexican. I'm from Puerto Rico.
So? Ain't no state.
Okay, everybody, let's just take a step back, okay? All right. Okay, so We've put together a list of the ways we want our voices heard that include publishing an op-ed and maybe even an online petition.
How about a protest?
Yeah, we're getting to that. We do have a peaceful protest plan before the vote, actually.
No, fuck that. We need to take direct action. We need to break shit. It's the only way.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
Who are you?
Okay, absolutely no violence. We don't condone such things, and we know it's not effective. And I guess with that, that concludes our meeting. I want to thank everybody for coming out, okay?
Hey, man.
Yeah. You know, honestly, that could have got a lot worse. These people, they're pretty well informed and very well intentioned. But, you know, honestly, I just wish everybody, the blacks, the whites, the Hispanics, I wish everyone would just, read up on split labor market theory, to be truthful.
So you don't think enough people care about this thing to stop it?
No. I mean, Perspectives run a great stealth campaign. You know, masking their surveillance program as a smart city initiative.
If you don't think you can stop it, then why are you trying?
What, give them a free pass? Look, brother, movements take time. And besides, if we weren't doing good work, why'd they send Captain Violence to our meeting?
You think he was a plant?
Oh, obviously. Undercover, an agitator, whatever you want to call him. These guys got all kinds of dirty tricks. Matter of fact, see that SUV over there? They've been watching us the whole time.
That kind of thing doesn't bother you?
No. I learned to live with that a long time ago.
Charlie, this is huge. If everyone stopped paying their phone bill, they wouldn't cancel service. They need the data too much. Philip? No, my cat. What else do you got? A deep Ellen block. You're serious? No, you don't understand. This goes all the way to the.
AA is a nonprofit fellowship or society for men and women who have had major alcohol problems. We are not connected with any political, religious, or law enforcement groups and are under no surveillance at any time.
I hung out with some really bad people. Guys that tricked me out. We were heading back from Louisiana one time, and these Cuban guys just took me and threw me out on the highway. And I didn't hate them at the time. But then I got clean. And that hate rushed over me. It became like a new addiction. And that's when I realized I have to give myself up to a higher power if this is gonna work out. If you fight with the enemy, you only become the enemy. Forgiveness is the only way forward. You feed the enemy even when their hands are at your throat.
Jake, an alcoholic. I've been sober for a while, but I really want to drink. I'm just so sick of this goddamn scam we live in. People do terrible things. They do terrible things and they should be held accountable, but the real villains get away with it. Building 7, September 10th, the airline puts Bilderberg, Epstein, and if you call them out on it, they'll blow your head off during a parade or shoot you twice in the head over the weekend and call it a suicide. You say my dad shot himself, but I don't know anymore. I just don't know. The memory fades into a dream, and I wonder if he was ever there. It's okay. I'm done with it. It's all a scam. This universe is a scam. It's just a weird hologram. And this program's a scam. It's just a temp labor farm. And I think I've had about enough of it, and you self-deluded drunks.
Hey, brother. Keep coming back.
Have a blessed day.
not giving you any more.
Can I get a whiskey? Hey, what's up? Okay.
Are you working for them?
What?
I asked you a question.
You're batshit crazy.
Is this some kind of honey trap?
Touch me!
Bro, hands off the merchandise.
Bro?
Fucking scumbag! Well, you're looking good, man.
It's been a bad week, Adam.
Yeah, you're in a bad cycle. Maybe you should think about getting off this ride.
Need to finish this story.
I don't think you should be by yourself right now. Maybe you should go stay with your parents.
My mom is somewhere in Vegas. My dad is no longer with us.
I'm sorry.
Before he died, he started telling me about Groom Lake and other stuff. Did you know there's a 5-mile tower on the dark side of the moon? Phobos isn't even a natural satellite. It's very interesting.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Someone's always watching. Big tech, big government watches us. Something on the moon and the stars watches them.
I think you need to go talk to a professional.
Surveillance is about control. But you can't watch something without changing it. You can't move without wondering how you're being perceived, which makes you suspicious, which makes them watch you more. What surveillance ultimately does is create psychosis.
I'm worried about you.
Tell me, would you feed an enemy that has its hands around your throat?
No, that's insane.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I've never hated anybody like I hate these people. I want to hurt them. I want to smash them into 1,000 pieces. I want to inflict pain.
Morning, everyone. Thanks for showing up. I know the turnout's not exactly what we were expecting, but that does not mean we won't be heard. A couple of notes before we get started. We will be doing an hour-long circuit, so please remember to follow your march leader. If you find yourself getting tired, please step out of the march. Take care of yourself. Safety is important. As you are all very well aware, we will be being monitored by the police all day. I bet you there are Stingray cell interceptors all over town, so be careful what you text. And on that note, do not, under any circumstances, engage with the police officers. If you happen to witness any police aggression, do not interfere, simply record it. Also, when we're done here, I'll be giving everyone my card, so if you do find yourself in trouble or arrested, call me. All right, most importantly, stay hydrated, have fun, and let's be heard today, okay?
Hey, we need to take the highway.
I love your enthusiasm. Everybody keep your eye on him.
Protests now moving east. Mosaic Fusion, are we going to kettle these clowns before they obstruct traffic?
Stand by, Delta 1. Chief doesn't like those optics, Delta 1.
So we're just letting them... Mosaic Fusion, do we have another drone in this grid?
Negative, Delta 1. That grid's restricted.
Are there any other LE operating here?
That's a negative.
We've just been informed of the horrible incident. Of course, very thankful that you survived. If you need any assistance from Beacon National, please let us know.
What assistance? I'm not technically employed here.
You're important to us, Jake. Monica's just saying that we're glad that you survived.
Absolutely. And given your experience, we'd like to hire you for a multi-article account of the attack, plus a book option.
I've been writing about Prospectus. That's what I've been doing.
Regarding that, we'd like to purchase any notes, drafts, and supporting materials for Prospectus.
Is this lady for real?
Jake, Prospectus bought a majority share in Beacon National last week.
What is this, Operation Mockingbird? Doesn't anyone else see what's going on here? Prospectus has been controlling the narrative since day one. They're behind the drone ambush.
That's a very serious accusation and, without any evidence, outrageously libel.
Who the fuck are you?
As I mentioned earlier, I'm Beacon National Corporate Counsel.
You're a corporate cunt.
Jake, we're prepared to offer you full-time employment with a generous...
Is good. People are getting desperate. Prospectus is real scared.
Jake, we're not the enemy.
No, you're just following orders.
Suspected gang members were killed in a South Dallas house after a drug deal turned violent. The shooter then turns the gun on himself. Unfortunately, that's not the only murder-suicide reported today. Councilman Fred Bolden and his wife were both found dead in his home. Bolden was a first-term councilman who ran on a platform of transparency, refusing PAC money. A FedEx driver found the bodies earlier this morning. Wow, tough week. Tough week for this city. Well, in lighter news, a Dallas police officer is TikTok's latest star. We have...
That's a goddamn lie!
Senor Jake?
Jesus.
We've been trying to reach you.
I know, I've been busy.
Are you going to write the story or not?
I will, I'm busy.
Dice que sí va a escribir la historia, pero que ha estado ocupado.
Yo no le creo.
We need our phone back.
I lost it.
Te dije que todos los gringos eran iguales.
You know what? You're a bad person.
Fucking hate you!
Jake Keller?
Yeah. Where's your phone?
Oh, I misplaced it. I'm sorry for taking so long to find you, but it's been difficult to get around since after the attack. Were you there for that? Did they find out who was behind it?
Prospectus is just trying to scare people.
Who?
It's a data company, military contractor, fucking octopus.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, I'm sorry if I upset you. You look tired.
Is that water cold?
Yes, by all means.
Do not arouse fears.
Nope.
Your adjusted perception unveils the mystery.
Brass ring.
They may be clever. I serve the Anunnaki, the Tawas, the Aliens. They traveled, born from 3 days ago with Aldebaran vectored off Orion's belt on the Black Knight mothership, 2,000 kilometers above.
Don't.
Many seeds they planted here following the fifth extinction, before they planted the moon. Do not believe the Alpha Draconis reptilian lies. Your kind was not engineered to be a slave race. The aliens designed you to believe this. They are your true friends.
Oh my God.
People, listen! You knew the secret for superlunar velocity gain by counter-rotating vortices.
I don't understand.
Mercury, so we flew
I don't
them almost
understand.
12,371 years. Have you noticed the non-random distribution of pulsars? Within their navigation beacon is an ominous message of the First War and Phaeton's disintegration into the asteroid belt yonder Mars. The LMs have come to other terms with energy. Flying in the ether, they access the dark matter aether.
My heart is beating so fast.
Quiet your pulse. For now, we must discuss the demiurge, the idiot godhead. Time is a child cleaning in blocks. Block time can be stacked or tumbled until things pass away, according to necessity. He tricks you with this game, the false universe. He further twists the trick by seeding it with archons, Clipoth, Shogoth, the demonic things. There's one line lurking in your shadow, a parasite suffering your soul. You must look at the demon to overcome it. Let me further expand your sight that you may see it.
I don't want to see it.
I must look.
I said I don't want to see it.
Look.
I said I don't want to see it.
I don't think the alien was real, but there were bugs in my house. You can check on that. You can find the bugs. That'll prove there was a conspiracy. There was this guy following me all day. He's part of it. These people want to control everything in there. They're trying to stop me from exposing the truth. I haven't even gotten to the sub-6 megahertz 5G. They use ULF to control people. Microwave beams create tremors. It's the Illuminati. They're...
Well, thank God you found him. He's a very important CI of mine.
Yeah, I think you might be nuts.
Can I talk to you outside?
I think somebody gave me something.
Who? Who gave you what? Who gave you? Are you cracking up on me? Are you taking that Adderall shit again? That's just like meth. I got a lot riding on you. Huh? Where's the ace reporter?
I'm not.
Is it spring break? Is he in Fort Lauderdale? Where's the ace?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on anymore. Oh God. Oh God. I don't know. I don't know. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I don't know.
It's all right. It's okay.
Oh God.
It's gonna be all right. Okay? I'll protect you. Let's get you a soda. Let's get out of here. You doing okay back there, champ?
I'm not seeing aliens anymore, if that's what you mean.
It is.
What's this stuff?
It's a room key, not under your name. Burner phone and a prepaid. Now don't use it unless you need to. You said you got rid of your regular phone, right?
Yeah.
Good. How close are you on the story?
Close. It'll scare people. It'd help if we could tie Rice into this.
You know we can't do that. I mean, for your sake and for mine. Where is the story?
Here. Encrypted.
Good. And now for some good news. We found a print at Bolden's.
What?
I was just as surprised as you are. Apparently there was some sort of struggle. He probably left something on the end table.
I don't want to hear about that.
I had to peel an onion to match that print. Ex-Marine, Green Beret, currently with a security contractor, outsourced to Prospectus.
When are you going to arrest him?
Well, that's the problem. He's got a 201 file. Some kind of sheep dip.
What is that? You speaking Mandarin now?
Way above my pay grade is what?
I'm getting real sick of this conspiracy shit.
Well, that's how this country's always been. Trying to bring down great men. They set up Watergate to force out Nixon.
Well...
Those horrible rumors they spread about J. Edgar.
Pretty sure.
Global warming and climate change and Biden stealing the election.
Perry, what about this guy? He just gets away with murder? That's not fair. That's not fucking fair.
Not necessarily. Not if you can get it into the story and create some pressure.
All right, I'm on it. Give me a day. You know, I got this one memory of my dad. Why does that seem important? Why do I remember that? It was just a stupid game.
I think he'd be proud of you.
Brings the death toll to 7. No group has yet claimed any responsibility for the drone ambush, although the FBI suspects it could be white domestic extremists. Unfortunately, investigators have few leads, as the drones were incinerated in the explosions. Prospectus said it could provide data analysis surrounding the attack once the City Council approves their Smart City program with additional privacy release provisions.
Hello?
Perry.
Who's this?
I'm looking for Detective Perry.
Who are you, one of his CI leeches? Oh, you're out of luck. He's dead.
What? Who is this?
This is his fucking partner. Who's this?
I'm working with Detective Perry. What happened?
He ran his car into a brick wall at 90 miles an hour. That's what fucking happened.
Your vision of the world. The only remedy used to be
Wait, what? This can't be right.
I gotta go tell his wife.
Hello.
is a brand name doctor prescribed
Hello.
medication
Are you feeling paranoid? Have you made powerful enemies? Are the bad guys closing in? Don't despair. There's hope. Try suicide. Yes, suicide offers the solution to all of your problems. Warning, suicide may cause side effects, including loss of respiration and catastrophic blood loss. Don't take suicide while operating a motor vehicle. Chillax, Jake, I'm joking. How's it been going?
What is this?
This is the Internet of Things. Smart TVs with speaker receivers to personalize your ads and watch you, and to get hacked by me.
You can hear me.
Yes, we can. I mean, yes, I can. I'm running this operation solo, but you've got a lot of people rooting for you.
Who are you?
I'm Eddie X. I'm the guy who's been leaking those deep web documents to your pals at the Beacon.
What do you want?
To help you. You're taking on the evil empire, Big Brother.
How?
Look, I can't really get into it too much right now. If I could find you, that means there's a small chance that they could find you. They've been watching you. But they don't know that I've been watching them watching you.
This is crazy.
I know, right? Don't worry, I'll explain everything. I've called a ride to come pick you up.
Why should I trust you?
No offense, but I don't think you've got a lot of options left. I mean, if you wanted, you could call 911 or the CIA and explain the situation. I'm sure they'd be happy to help. Okay, cool. A driver will be there with further instructions. Over and out.
Yeah, just a second.
Hi, Jake.
Eddie X, you have a funny sense of humor.
What? This is ground zero, baby. They do much LARPing out here?
What are you talking about?
I guess not. Hey, I've been thinking about something. You see those X's? They say that marks where he got shot, but to me they look like stitches. Like the coup was a surgical operation on America.
That's very poetic.
I also heard in 1910 they lynched a black guy right in front of the courthouse.
Alan Brooks, they hung him and made postcards out of it.
That's pretty fucked up if you ask me. Slavery is where the modern surveillance state was born. You have slave logs and biometrics, brandings and IDs, plantation police, and modern police.
Maybe there's just something about Dallas that breeds this kind of thing.
It's like they picked a random spot on the map and decided to build a city there. Maybe they picked an Indian burial ground.
There's no real reason for a place called Dallas. No harbor drew people here, no oceans, no mountains, no great natural beauty.
What's that?
An old political flyer. Look, you said you wanted to help me. Why?
Because I believe that nobody has the right to know anything about me that I don't want them to. Anonymity is what butters my bread. That's why we need to bring down prospectus.
I already wrote the article. It outlines their data collection and privacy invasions.
That's not going to be enough, Jake. See, prospectus is worse than you think. They say the Smart City program will provide security, but people only want security if they're afraid.
I know they suicided Bolden.
It's bigger than that. You need to expand your concept of what they're capable of what they're willing to do.
You mean the drone attack?
Of course, but there's more.
What else?
They say you can never have 100% privacy and 100% security. And if you have 100% security, you're living in Oceania. Do you believe there's such a thing as complete security?
No.
Why not?
Because there's always a flaw.
Things can always be hacked.
Right.
Like, say, a car. Now, isn't it funny how all these illegal aliens keep crashing into cop cars lately?
Where are you going with this?
I want you to figure it out.
Please, my brother. My brother doesn't speak English.
They're hacking cars.
And
crashing them.
Including your detective friend. I can show you how they did it if you put that in your article.
Okay.
But we need to get you some collateral. I have a place not far from here.
Let's go.
This way. Watch your step.
So what kind of collateral do you keep for yourself?
Do you believe in aliens?
I don't really think about it.
A few years ago, a UFO appeared over Malmstrom Air Force Base. It proceeds to put on a light show for an hour, disassembles, comes back together, flips the ICBMs on and off like a light switch. I have some exceptional military footage of the incident. Who knows how those God-fearing rednecks will react when they realize we're not alone. Now, I want to show you how they're doing it before I give you the data.
Tell me how they're hacking the cars.
It's all right here. They use the dashboard computers as an attack surface for API capture. They use short burst data to install malware through stingrays imitating cell towers to connect to the cars. And they cross-reference demographic data to target illegal immigrants. They want to sow division between black people and Hispanics and police. Subtle, but they didn't expect a twink like me to find it. I have their code and can backtrace it to prospectus. Right here. The same proprietary code.
Like a signature.
I'm going to put this in an encrypted package along with your new identity. This is the application we will use to set up your dead man switch. Can you think of a password?
Capital C, capital E, -399.
This will auto-send to media outlets if you don't enter a password every 48 hours after we enter it the first time, but rats.
What?
My VPN cluster is botching. It's okay. I have a backup beacon that we can use a few blocks from here. I just need to set up a distraction to run some interference. Okay. Come on. We're almost finished with this campaign. Leroy!
Jenkins?
Jenkins! Politics in this country is just the ripples of a dialectic between East Coast old money and Southern oil interests. Now we have Silicon Valley in the mix, but their end goal is all the same, power. And power yearns toward totality. People think of the internet as a network or a web, when really it's a maze. No, that's not right. With social media, it's become more like a loop to keep people distracted with the culture war and addicted and going nowhere. It's like one of those kids' rides.
Like a merry-go-round?
Yeah, one of those. I mean, now we were our computers. Soon they'll be embedded. Quantum dots. Not even our thoughts will be protected. Not that they want a secure system. They want flaws, the NSA. They want flaws so that they can hack people, even if that makes it easier for the bad guys to hack people too. And even if their network finds the one terrorist in a million, let's be generous and say 1%, that still makes 10,000 innocent people look like terrorists.
Good luck booking a flight.
People think of the singularity as something in the near future, when really, we're in it. Everything is monitored so that we can be manipulated and predicted. Own nothing and be happy, the great reset. Nobody will be allowed to deviate from the norm. And once they get us hooked up to central bank digital currencies, they'll just turn off the faucet if anyone acts out of line. Where do you see this trajectory going?
The future is a boot stomping on a human face forever.
Sort of. Dynamic societies can exist under Big Brother, or they deform into cancel culture. Never say anything offensive because you're being recorded all the time. Man, if I didn't love computers so much, I would say the Industrial Revolution and its consequences have been a disaster for human society.
Should we really be out in the open like this?
Don't worry about it. That distraction should kick in right about...
Is that?
That is the sound of 146 tornado sirens going off at once. I pwned the Office of Emergency Management. That ought to keep the man occupied. These companies are simply too powerful. Any sane politician would try to break them up like they did in the Gilded Age, except Silicon Valley has either bought or blackmailed them. That's why we gotta do it ourselves, Jake. They say corporations are people, but really they are much harder to kill. Now I'm thinking, your article docs, combined with a DDoS attack and a meme short, ought to be enough to wipe them off the stock exchange. We're over here. You see, one man really can make a difference. Unfortunately, it almost always costs them everything. That's why everyone needs a dead man switch. Shit!
Sir has a terrorist location.
This is Jake Keller. Leave a message.
Yes, this is Jake Keller. You people are monitoring me and I have some demands. Here's the deal. We're doing a limited hangout. I'm releasing some of the information I have and holding on to the rest. Now here's part one. The headline, Prospectus hacked cars and crashed them. That's a month-long news cycle you people are just gonna have to deal with. Now here's part two. Are you listening, James Parrott Valley, you piece of shit assassin? Because this concerns you too. I have enough to prove you're employed by Prospectus and assassinated a city councilman. That's set to auto-send blast if a piano falls on me. See? You're not gonna get me like you got Dorothy Kilgallen or Michael Hastings or fucking Gary Webb.
Sir, how do you want me to proceed?
But I've decided I want to live. I want peace. I want $2 million and $2 million for the Ortiz family and a trust. Hell, let's make it $3 million. Are you people listening to me?
Mr. Keller, I have some documents for you to sign. May I slide them under the door?
Go ahead.
You may keep the last page. Please pass the rest signed under the door. I'm now passing along a check for $2 million. A private donation of $3 million is also being made to the Ortiz family in a trust in their name. I believe that concludes our business.
I never want to see you people again.
Abide by the stipulations and you won't.
You Jim Turner?
Yeah. Hey, was there a problem with my account?
Oh, it's good. It's fine. It's fine. Why?
I just lost my license recently. Had to get a new one. Sometimes there's a glitch.
Everything good. Yeah. You want water?
No, I mean, no thanks.
I bet they are still talking about the UFO, eh?
What?
Hey, have you not been listening? It's a big story. Eh? Listen.
I'm sure you've seen the video, as has most of the world. No other video has amassed this number of views within 48 hours.
Well, I've seen a video that's unsourced of what people claim is a UAP.
I'm sorry, UAP. It's hard to keep track of how we're supposed to refer to these things. Doctor, I've never seen anything even remotely man-made like these craft that can move and merge like them. If that's not a UFO or UAP, then I don't know what is. And this video has been verified. Our own military shot this thing hovering over Minutemen silos. We haven't even gotten to the security implications.
This is what I'm talking about.
We don't know what those things are. What the intention.
This is a UFO. It's very clear, eh? This is going to be a big problem for very important people.
Think so? I mean, didn't most people already believe this stuff? Everyone knows about Roswell.
No. Roswell was no UFO. This is how they confuse you, eh? Roswell was Nazi weapon. Die Glock.
Okay.
That's how they want to confuse you, eh? They make you think one thing is true as they hide another. They hide what they want you to find, eh? There's only one truth. One God.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You need to read things. I read things, eh? That's what they didn't want us to do in my nation, eh? They didn't want my nation to do that. So I had to leave.
Where'd you leave from?
The Democratic Republic of Congo. That's what they call it.
It rings a bell. I'll have to check it out.
Where you go now?
Denver. Hey, it's not showing me what I owe you. Can you see?
That's funny. I've never seen this before.
What?
It says you have some sort of infinity credit. You must have friends in very high places.